Brought to you by Oral Tradition, keeping mythology alive for thousands of years.
Hi, I'm Joe Bradley. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Greek mythology. You must understand that much of what we know comes from the Greeks. One of these exceptions is their religion, which we call Greek mythology. The first element of Greek mythology that I'm going to talk to you about today are the Titans. The Titans, or elder gods, ruled the world before the Olympians, or main gods, took them over. There were 12 Titans. 6 were female and 6 were male. The female gods were Mnemosyne, Tethys, Thea, Phoebe, Rhea, and Themis. The male Titans were Oceanus, Hyperion, Coeus, Cronus, Crius, and Lepidus. The Titans were overthrown by the Olympians, led by the son of Cronus, Zeus. When the Olympians finally beat the Titans, they banished them to the land of Tartarus. There are 642 Greek gods. 12 of these gods are Olympians. Olympians are the most powerful and important Greek gods. They were told to live on top of a mythical mountain called Mount Olympus. The Olympians are Zeus, the god of the sky and the king of the gods; Hera, the goddess of marriage, mothers, and families; Poseidon, the god of water and the sea; Demeter, the goddess of agriculture; Athena, the goddess of wisdom, war, and useful arts; Artemis, the god of young maidens, the moon, and the hunt; Ares, the god of war; Apollo, the god of the sun; Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty; Hephaestus, the god of blacksmiths and fire; Dionysus, the god of wine; and finally, Hermes, the god of merchants, travelers, roadways, and thieves. Other Greek gods included Hades, the god of the underworld; Hypnos, the god of sleep; Nike, the goddess of victory and success; Nemesis, the goddess of revenge; Hecate, the goddess of ghosts and magic; Tyche, the goddess of luck and fortune; Iris, the goddess of rainbows and the messenger of the gods; and Pan, the god of nature and the wild. Greek mythology was made up of many different myths. Now, these myths were carried down from generation to generation by oral tradition. Today I'm going to give you one example of a Greek myth. Now, it begins with the wife of Acrisius, the king of a small area of Greece, having a daughter named Danae. Acrisius desperately wanted a son, so he went to the oracle at Delphi, the most famous oracle in Greece at the time, and the oracle told him that not only would he never father a son, but that the son of his daughter would eventually kill him. Not wanting to die, Acrisius hid his daughter in an underground copper house. Now, Zeus looked down at Danae and felt pity on her, so he married her, and they had a son named Perseus. When Acrisius found this out, he put his daughter and Perseus in a wooden box and sent them out to sea, hoping they'd be devoured by some kind of sea creature. But instead, they landed on an island, and Perseus was brought up by a fisherman. The king of the island, Polydectes, soon fell in love with Danae. Perseus felt something very dishonorable about Polydectes, and he desperately did not want Polydectes to marry his mother. And Polydectes finally threw a party where everyone brings a gift that would honor him marrying somebody else. Perseus was very excited, so he promised Polydectes the head of Medusa. Now, Medusa was the wife of Poseidon and was a very ugly creature. She was a woman with serpents for hair, and anyone that looked into her eyes would instantly turn to stone. Polydectes would accept nothing else from Perseus. As far as Polydectes was concerned, Perseus was history. Perseus was visited by the goddess Athena, who told him that the only way that he could kill Medusa was to get certain items from the Hesperides. Nobody knew the Hesperides' location except for the Graea, so Perseus set out to find the Graea. The Graea were 3 old women who shared one eye and one tooth. They were the sisters of Medusa. So when Perseus finally found the Graea, he stole the tooth in the eye and said that if they did not tell him the location of the Hesperides, he would destroy the sacred items. Fearing for their lives, the Graea told him the location of the Hesperides. When Perseus finally found the Hesperides, they gave him 3 items to help kill Medusa: winged sandals so that he could fly, a helmet that made him invisible, and a wallet that no matter what you put in it would never grow larger. On top of these gifts, Athena gave him a bronze shield so bright it reflected like a mirror, and Hermes, another god, gave him a sickle, which is a curved sword that could also help kill Medusa. Perseus discovered Medusa's lair and found her sleeping. Using the shield as a mirror, he was able to look at Medusa without looking into her eyes. Perseus cut off Medusa's head. Perseus was flying back to the kingdom when he saw a girl strapped to a rock. He then learned that the girl's name was Andromeda. She was waiting for a large snake-like creature to come and destroy her. Now, Perseus didn't want to let this happen, so when the large creature appeared, he instantly destroyed it with his sickle and shield. Upon freeing her, he took Andromeda back to the kingdom to show Polydectes the head of Medusa. Looking into Medusa's eyes, Polydectes instantly turned to stone, which was basically the end of Polydectes. Perseus, Andromeda, and Danae decided to go back to Acrisius' kingdom to visit him again. Acrisius, finding this out, instantly went into hiding. So, eventually, Acrisius threw an athletic competition and invited Perseus. When Perseus was throwing a discus, kind of like a frisbee but a lot heavier, made of stone, he hit Acrisius in the foot, instantly killing him. So the oracle's prophecy was correct.
How did they kill him? By hit him in the foot.
I have no idea. It's time for your favorite part. Questions from the audience. How about you?
Hey, Marty Hahn from the Boston Herald. Who was the weakest Greek god there?
Well, the weakest Greek god was Pan. He was also the most disliked god because of his ugly appearance and freaky voice. How about you?
Yes, Dr. Franz Krieger again from the German-Austrian border. At what time in history did the Greek mythology originate?
Hey, weren't you in my Egyptian video?
Answer the question.
Well, most Greek mythology came from Greece, circa 500 BCE, but most myths came from oral tradition before they were written down.
Super.
How about you?
Yes, Professor Jeffrey Munson IV. What are the differences, please, between the Roman and the Greek mythologies?
Well, Roman mythology originated from a different place, had different symbols, and had different names for gods. Though nobody follows Greek religion today, Greek mythology was a great advancement for the Greeks. You start over.
Yeah, Dr. C!
Yes, Professor Come on, you think I'm just going to take on bomb, what's it? Yes, Dr. Philippe Pampo from the Weekly Greek Peak.
Dang nabbit. They banished the Titans to tartar sauce.
Yes, Sandy's slogans.
We really need to get a new vase.